everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Jasmine Pham and I currently a lash artist in Portland, Oregon. My studio located in southeast Portland. It's about 5 minutes from downtown Portland. I have been doing lash for about 6 years now. When I first start in Houston, Texas, and slowly I been around in and out, working for a corporation to working for a small business owner, and I become a small business owner myself too. But after that, my family decided to move to Portland, Oregon, and that's why I now located in Portland, Oregon. In today's video, I would like to share with you my experience in eyelash industry. When I first started, I had a job before I actually start working in the eyelash industry. At that time I was graduate with a business degree, and I worked for a telecommunications company. However, I couldn't find myself belong there, and at that time my supervisor had a friend who worked in the eyelash industry, and so I like to start with a company where I could grow and eventually become self-employee or become business owner. And that's why I think eyelash extension is a perfect match for me, and I make sure that I get hired before I got the training. Lucky for me, I already have a beauty license, and so in order to get an eyelash certification, you have to have an esthetician license, or you have to have cosmetology license. You have to finish with one of that certification first before you could learn advanced in eyelash extension. So after a quick time training, I start working for Amazing Lash in Texas, and I learned a lot from them, and until now I'm very appreciate the time that I have worked for them and the time that they train me, and all of the knowledge in the beauty, especially in eyelash extensions industry, I have learned from them. I am very appreciate that. The struggle when I first start with eyelash industry is seeing the lash. It's kind of needing. I have to see lash. I have to see bevel lash in order to attach the fall lash on the actual natural lash, and that is a very tedious and precise job. And I feel like until today I still remember that struggle, just like last week. I would never ever forgot that feeling that I have to try so hard, where all my friends who join at the same time with me, they done a fabulous job, and I feel like I'm behind, and I feel like I should just stick with what I learned from school. I should just stick with marketing. I should just stick with business. I should not change to learn eyelash extension. Is too much for me. But then one of my friends that I'm very close at that time, who also joined me in the eyelash training course, even though she's very talented, she decided to give up. And I told myself that I shouldn't give up. If everybody say I am bad, I'm suck, I'm not that good, I should try harder. I should prove that everybody's wrong and I could do it. And I succeed. After I finished with all the training course, I work immediately, and I even have a fan follower. I even have customer follow me. I feel very fortunate. Again, training was hard because it took me about a month to really find a lot of model. A month is not a long time, but a month if you start with a corporation and they looking for a model for you, it is a very long process. Because if a big corporation, they could find model easy. If you work for yourself, it's harder to find model. You would assume that. I would assume that, but it's so hard. I have to drive to different locations. I have to drive an hour, 2 hours to location where they could find a model for me. Because Amazing Lash is a big franchise in Texas. They have multiple locations. They have a lot of locations in Texas. So my location based in one side of the town, and I have to drive to another side of the town to just work on 1 or 2 clients. It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of driving for me. The business in Portland and the business in Washington or business in Texas is totally different. It's different because it's different kind of client, is different type of interest. People want and expect different things. So as a city girl, Houston lash artist, I find myself struggle to meet the need of customer who live in Portland or in Washington, in just Camas or Washington area or Oregon area. It's a lot of learning for me when I move to different states. I feel like I moved to a different country when it comes to eyelash extension. After almost 2 years living in Washington and working in Portland, Oregon, I have learned so much about eyelash industry. Even though I freelance in Texas, but I feel like my level in eyelash extension has gone up a few steps, just because I have more time to invest in myself, and I have more time to join multiple competitions, international competitions, even though I have not achieved any high prize yet. But I have learned so much from talented all over the world, and even though I am an independent contractor here and I work for myself as well, I feel like I have grown so much. I have met so many people with different kind of talented, and I have seen they start around the same time as me, but they have far more advanced than me, and because of that, it just gives me a kind of courage to learn more and to put myself harder.
Thank you for watching my video today. Please subscribe to my channel if you learned something useful today. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.